be unstuck
And you expect me to do manual labor? Madame, I'm a creative artist and novelist.
who has never written a word.
I'm awaiting inspiration!
Oh, Mr. Richards, what you are is a lazy layabout. As for you being an artist, I'd say piffle.
Madame, you cannot piffle an artist.
Well, I just did. Bravo, bravo.
That does it. I'm tired of the world ignoring my genius. I will no longer be the world's greatest writer. I'll be instead the world's greatest poet. I have it. My first masterpiece. I have composed a romantic ballad. A frog was on the highway, heedless of where he sat. A truck came by. The frog said, "Hi." The big truck squashed him flat. My first public performance moved the audience to tears. Magnificent!
Mr. Richards, what have you done to Tweety? I just passed her in the highway and she said you're in here killing animals.
Nonsense. The poor child was moved to tears by the magnificence of my poetry.
Oh, I want you to stop tormenting the hired girl, Mr. Richards. And as for your killing animals, helpless animals in the house, it's not going to happen. So, there, now, bad boy, sit, stay.
A dead animal? What type of animal? Maybe I can stuff it, Mr. Richards. All I heard was a feeble attempt at bad poetry.
I agree. It was the worst thing I've ever heard.
I did not kill an animal, except metaphorically, in my poetry. The poor frog always symbolizes it.
Ah, Twattle, sit, now stay.
I never stuffed a frog before. Wonder what I should use. Perhaps bugs. That ought to make them happy.
And since you are now 2 years behind in your rent, Mr. Richards, you'll either start working or you're going to be out. Understood?
I work. Madame, that is the most absurd idea I have ever heard.
Well, it's very simple, Mr. Richards. No worky, no eaty. Understand?
Miss Harriet, it's him! He's the one who killed that poor innocent frog.
No, there, Speedy. 'Tis all right. Have a seat.
Tell me, Mr. Richards, where'd you hide the body?
I didn't kill him!
Of course you did. You can tell me. I won't testify against you at your trial unless I get the chance.
But I didn't kill anybody!
Yes, you did. Now tell me where you hid the body so we can ship it to the next of kin.
If you want to know where it's hidden, why don't you ask your precious Captain Snook?
I knew it. There is buried treasure here.
Then find it and get out of this place. These people are beginning to get on my nerves.
Oh, maybe the crazy one going to a trance again.
Which crazy one?
Quiet!
Will you quit that? Your hands into the dirty sweat sock.
Oh.
I bet he hid it in the basement. That's where killers and pirates always hide bodies and buried treasure.
Buried treasure! I knew it!
I knew it.
Well, I knew it first.
I don't believe it. Fame is so exhausting.
Oh, Doc. I'm feeling another spirit coming on to me. Is there anyone you want me to contact?
Quick, get her out of here. Take her someplace where you can question her.
Me? Along with that woman? But I detest all women other than you, my dear. You know that. This is all just a show to gain their confidence.
And I detest the weak nibbling brother that doesn't follow my orders. Now get on with her so I work on the others.
Yes, sister. My dear. Perhaps we should retire to the privacy of your rooms where you can concentrate.
Oh, I would love that. Let's go.
Oh, were you going somewhere?
Yes, Dak and I were just going to my rooms for a private seance, weren't we, Dak?
Indeed we were, if you'll excuse us.
Well, be careful you don't end up in her closet.
Oh, I almost forgot. Could
You know how testy she can become when we aren't prompt. Come along, everyone. All except you, Mr. Richards. You can eat after you fix that window up in number 8.
Aren't you going to eat, Mr. Richards?
I'm not hungry. At least, not hungry enough to actually work for my food. I refuse to serve as a peasant.
I understand. Mr. Richards, what would you say if I offered you a proposition?
Doesn't involve work.
No, it involves money.
Money?
Yes, but it does require a little private investigation.
That sounds suspiciously like prying, snooping, sneaking, and highly unethical behavior. I'll do it.
Excellent, and you report only to me, understood?
Of course.
Now your excuse for going everywhere and snooping into everything will be, you're a handyman.
I am.
You are. You'll fix anything that needs fixing. You'll look into every nook and cranny of this place. And when you find something, you report to me immediately. Got it?
Got it. What a great way to research my next poem. I shall call it The Handyman.
How original. Come on, let's get started. First thing you can do is carry up our bags.
Wait, what am I looking for?
Mr. Richards, 100 years ago, right about this time this house was built, there was a notorious pirate who landed along this very beach. He was reported to have buried his treasure here, killed all of his men, and sailed off, never to be seen again. Since then, there's been a dark shadow hanging over this area. My brother's convinced he has the original map to the buried treasure. Of course, my brother has a lot of strange ideas. I want you...
He is convinced it is here.
What?
He is convinced it is here.
He is convinced it is here, in this place. I want you to spy on my brother, tell me everything he does. And if you tell anyone at all what you're doing, I'll have my brother destroy you in the most horrible ways you can imagine.
Since you are a writer.
Since you're a writer, he will first break all your pencils.
Oh no!
And then he will give you to me.
What will you do?
By Mr. Richards, I will have you for dinner. It's been a long time since I've eaten a good rump roast. Or perhaps some spare ribs. Come, we have work to do.
But I'm the hardest. I'm not some half-baked.
Not baked, dear Richard, broiled.
Crazy woman wants me to spy on the crazy brother. Oh no, what have I gotten myself into? Hello? No!
Don't be, are we?
I didn't do it! I won't do it! I'm innocent until you're innocent!
Take 2 aspirin and call me in the morning.
Wait! Don't leave me!
Excuse me, young man, do I know you?
It's me, Dr. Mr. Richards, the writer. Remember? You treated me last week to something?
Oh, yes. Lung fungus. Did you survive?
Yes.
And what did I prescribe?
2 aspirin.
I was right. Excellent advice. Now, if you'll excuse me.
But Doctor, you can't leave me now. Doctor, there's a crazy person in this house.
You don't say.
I'm gonna be eating for dinner. I'm gonna be rump roast, spare ribs, probably even rack of man.
With mint jelly? I love mint jelly.
Doctor, you've got to believe me.
Oh, I do. Why don't you sit right down and tell me all about it?
Wait till I heard someone in here, Dr. Snifel. Mr. Richards, have you taken care of that job I asked you to do for me?
Just leave it.
Oh, do I know you?
Barnes, remember?
Oh, yes, the little toad. And what did I prescribe?
2 aspirin, and that was excellent advice, doctor. Carnes have never been healthier, and I've not had a headache in my foot in over 2 months.
Excellent. I was right. Fantastic advice. Sometimes I surprise even me. Haven't practiced medicine in over 20 years. Don't know why I keep making adjustments. Are you the one who called me?
No, that would be Martha. She's got leprosy or something like it, and she would like your advice.
Leprosy? That's a very complex disease. It's very difficult to treat. Has her nose fallen off yet?
Well, not so I've noticed, but then again, I've been quite busy.
Well, then have her take 2 aspirin and call me in the morning.
Busy, busy, busy. Have to get back to the office. but you're retired.
You know that, and I know that. Tell the crazies who keep calling me.
Doctor, could I talk to you for a minute? I have a new guest who concerns me. For some reason, Mr. Darkshada is overly curious about that story that they're always telling about my house. You remember the one about Captain Schnook and the buried treasure?
Captain Schnook. Yes, I do recall my grandfather telling me about him. Tall man with a long beard, carried a long knife, cut himself shaving once. That's what my grandfather saw him. Is that Schnook back?
Oh, but no, that was over 100 years ago, Doctor.
Oh, he's probably getting on in age, developed rheumatism or some such. What's his problem now?
Well, there was a rumor that he buried his treasure afore he sailed away. Did your granddaddy say anything about that?
Yes, I do believe he did.
Well, what did he say?
Well, that's part of the problem. My memory's not what it used to be. Besides, gold never interested me anyways. Dr. Sniffle, I presume. It's Sniffle, young man. Do I know you?
Oh,